So we can all agree that the FDA has approved of chemicals that we shouldn't be consuming, right? We can all agree on that. But the challenge that I face, that I've actually presented here, is consuming essential oils, because many people realize that it's been approved to consume a number of essential oils. But the thing is they're chemicals. And the administration route alters the way it's metabolized in the body, because when you take it into the stomach, it's breaking these chemicals down in a way that it's not happening through the blood into the liver. So you've got to take this into consideration. For example, let's just say you choose to ingest, put lavender in your drink, right? Or maybe sweet basil. Young Living actually calls theirs sweet basil. It's the same oil in other companies. I think sometimes they call it, you actually may see it called basil linalool. And that's the constituent I want you to pay attention to here. Linalool, Linalool, okay? Tends to be metabolized or converted into another chemical called linalool acetate when it's metabolized through the liver, okay? And linalool acetate will be converted to linalool. So it's very interesting the way the body plays with this, because these particular chemicals have been found to influence the GABA system. I'm just going to call it that. I can never pronounce that word. Anyway, but when you consume it by mouth, when you take it into your stomach, linalool gets converted to different chemicals. Sometimes it gets converted to geraniol. Sometimes it gets converted to other ones, but not linalool acetate. So it's not even affecting the GABA system any longer. That's why you don't want to be ingesting them. Because if you're taking it to calm, if you're using it to feel calmer, it's not happening for that reason. So why does this even matter? But because when we don't know how to take care of ourselves, and the information out there on essential oils, for that matter, even nutrition, is not 100%. Let's just say on the oils, it's pretty much false. Food, it's misleading. And I say this because I've lived a plant-based diet for the majority of my life. With the exception of a couple years as a young child, I was born this way. And somebody said to me a few years ago, because I developed cancer and arthritis, and eventually osteoporosis in my lower back and hips. And they said that it was possible that I was eating toxic food, and I couldn't understand it. But now that I see how chemicals, when we ingest them by mouth, they are converted to chemicals that we don't need. And that's where the toxicity comes in, because that's what creates inflammation. That's why this matters.